Yo, it's Midas. World War III is upon us. Iran and Israel are at war. The US has already intervened by destroying a nuclear plant in Iran. Because of this, I'm going all in on defense and AI. And here's why. So, disclaimer, everything said in this video is only for educational purposes. Make sure to always do your own research. So, this is the recent news. Like I mentioned, the US have bombed three nuclear sites in Iran as Trump hails a very successful strike. And because of this, this could lead into World War III, where Iran is protected by China and Russia. We don't know if they're going to you know, intervene or not. But if they do, that will lead to World War III, and Trump may have just caused that. But based off of this recent news, I'm sure that Palantir was a company that supported this venture. So Palantir helped identify Iranian nuclear sites. It's what their Apollo as well as Arkham software does, which is to help the military identify these targets and take them out a lot quicker than any country can using AI. This is through real-time data fusion from multiple sources. They aggregate satellite imagery into reports, surveillance data, and intercepted comms into one interface, letting US analysts spot anomalies and threats very quickly from the safety of their home base. They also offer pattern recognition and AI alerts because its software can detect construction patterns, energy output, radiation levels, and troop movement that signal nuclear activity long before human eyes would notice. They also have mission planning and strike simulation because once a site is confirmed, Palantir helps US defense teams simulate attack scenarios, minimize collateral damage, and coordinate with allied forces in real time. So therefore, all of our American troops will be able to identify the people that are within their team, plan these sort of strike simulations to prepare in advance before they go into the mission. And this is the reasons why I believe that World War III can happen in 2025. I know that war is, bad for the world. Many people die, and it's just not good for the economy. But at the same time, though, I think we should understand how this would affect the stock markets as well as the crypto markets, because people that watch this channel, I'm sure that's what you guys are care about. So with Iran versus Israel is heating up, there's a risk of full-scale Middle East escalation with US involvement. China may invade Taiwan before the US, not the US election, that's a typo. But while global attention is divided, especially with Iran and Israel and US intertwining with, the matters, I think China might take this as sort of like with all the chaos, leverage it. And the Russia-Ukraine war is far from over, with NATO aid pushing Putin closer to desperation. North Korea is also testing missiles again, flexing towards Japan, South Korea, and the US. Global military spending is also at a record high, signaling preparation, not peace. AI plus cyber warfare are accelerating, lowering the barrier for preemptive digital strikes. This is why Palantir and Anduril are both companies that are well talked about in the AI plus defense space. Ignore the comments about the US election. That's just old pieces of text from an old video. So just ignore that. But yeah, if World War III begins, what happens to stocks plus crypto? So let's talk about first the stock market impacts. First of all, we might have initial panic, where there'll be a sharp sell-offs in global equities, especially in tech, emerging markets, and high growth sectors. Because investors will rush to cash or safe havens, volatility will spike. Think March 2020 levels of fear or worse. This could happen to us today. Defense, oil, and commodities surge, including companies like Lockheed Martin, Palantir, Raytheon, and Chevron, as well as, Big Bear AI. War spending is equal to profit, especially for these defense companies. Energy and weapons become the backbone of survival. A lot, if there's any, that's sort of why the tariffs in the US that were imported in Canada, Canada retaliated back by not providing oil. cause a lot of oil prices to just increase. Energy becomes very valuable when there's times of desperation and all these different countries are not working together. Supply chain also can break again, driving inflation and crashing consumer stocks. Think retail, travel, luxury goods. This could mirror COVID era, where supply shocks but last longer due to wartime restrictions. Like just imagine an all-out war comparable on the scale of Ukraine and Russia. Now let's talk about the crypto market impacts for you crypto bros out there. So Bitcoin becomes a wartime hedge, seen as digital gold, especially in countries with currency collapse or sanctions. Bitcoin could rise as trust in fiat erodes and global payment rails get disrupted. I know people keep saying that Bitcoin is not a hedge for inflation as well as a hedge for currency erosion, but I think it is now, especially with such big players like MicroStrategy and BlackRock buying more Bitcoin every day. Even USDC, a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, might even drop. And with all these different currencies dropping, the only currency out there that's not going to be able to drop and will not drop because it's based off of the belief of the people and people to hold is Bitcoin. So I think it might go down short term, but once people understand this, this is going to be very bullish, especially during these war times when there's so much conflict going on. Altcoins tank hard, especially meme coins, NFTs, and speculative DeFi. Liquidity dries up fast because investors will flee to safety. They don't want to invest in these risky assets, or they don't have the wealth to be able to hold for so long. So they're going to sell for a loss. And altcoins are the riskiest asset class in a time of chaos. You can see assets going down 70%, 50% in just one day or one night based off of news. And that will happen if we go to war. People are not going to just gamble anymore. They're going to try to hedge their bets, save their money, and try to survive this economic downturn. On-chain payments and stablecoin boom in war zone and authoritarian regimens. Tools like USDC and stablecoins rally become lifelines for civilians and NGOs. The reason I'm saying this is because in the blockchain, you're able to send transactions across the whole world in a matter of seconds, something that a bank would not be able to do, especially when there's so much traffic or network issues going on around the whole world. So I believe that crypto, especially sending over US pegged or just dollar pegged coins, will go crazy during these unfortunate times. And these are the companies I'm betting on. My list consists of mainly companies that are involved with defense and AI because I'm very bullish on that, especially in those war times where countries are going to be investing more into defense and war because they are the lifeline for countries alike. So my first pick is with Big Bear AI. The current price is at $3.83. Market cap's at 1.12 billion. Why invest? Well, I believe it's the next Palantir. My next pick is Anduril. IPO is coming soon. But for why invest, the company that I believe could be an equal footing or even rival Palantir. Palantir current price is at $135. Market cap's at 319 billion. Palantir just ran up like crazy. Just got to say that. But why invest? Well, it's the next FANG level company. I believe it could reach $1 trillion market cap very soon. It's connecting Wall Street and defense, and it's the first company to do this. Another pick is Archer Aviation. Current price is $11. Market cap is 6 billion. Well, why invest? It's the air taxi company. All these companies are also based in the US, so I think by being based in the US and the US increasing their spending in defense to protect their nation, this could lead to manipulation or just a lot of investors speculating on the value of these defense companies. You could think of it pretty similar to COVID-19 and how many people invest in biotech because they believe that with biotech, the company that could solve the COVID-19 pandemic or produce a cure would be the first one to skyrocket. Another pick is with Redwire. The current price is $11. The market cap is 6.44 billion. Why invest? It's the next Rocket Lab. BKSY, Black Sky Technology. Current price is $11.45. The market cap's at 362 million. Why invest? It's next Big Bear AI. Kratos Defense and Security Solutions, current price is at 41, market cap at 6.32 billion. For all of these, more or less, these companies are just working on defense contracting, creating drones. I forgot to implement this into the Y Invest with Red Cat Holdings. Current price is at $8.75, market cap is 795 million. Y Invest are creating drones very similar to Anduril. O Ocean Power Technologies, bit of a risky bet as it is the smallest market cap on this list and is a penny stock, but the current price is at 50 cents, market cap at 94 million, and they produce submarines for naval navigation using AI. And yeah, that's my video on World War III is here, how to leverage this, and I'm leveraging it by going all in on defense and AI. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.